Hindsight is a powerful thing, Wallace. We don't always see what's right in front of us, much less appreciate it. It's not until we look back that we find we should have known all along. This is one of the quotes from a book that I read this week, and it has changed my life, or changed my perspective on life, at least. Because what this quote tells you is that we realize what we've had after it's gone. We take things for granted, thinking that they'll always be there. We usually get stuck in this mindset of, I have all these things, I have all the things around me, and they'll always be there. We take them for granted, and we don't realize just how precious life is. We aren't grateful enough of the things that we do have. Not until they're gone, anyway. And one of those things that I did this week was that I shifted from I'll always have this thing to imagining, what if I didn't have it? How would it feel if I did not have even my toothbrush that I brush my teeth with every day? How would my life feel if I didn't have that? How would my life feel if I didn't have the clothes that I wear? How would my life feel if I didn't have my amazing family around me? When you start to think about it this way, you can unlock gratitude to a degree you haven't seen before. You can think of something small that you take for granted, even something that's right in front of you. So even just imagine your sense of smell, your vision, your hearing. Imagine if you couldn't see. Imagine if you were blind. Imagine if you were deaf. How would that feel? How would it feel if you could not feel anything with your hands? If you didn't have that sense, what would that be like? Because once you do this, you'll instantly see just how grateful you can become. That's at least what happened for me. And it's something that I need to remind myself of way more often. Because again, even though I've gotten better, I'm not as grateful as I wish I was. I still want to be even more grateful, because life is a gift. Everything you have around you, even just the fact that we woke up this morning, that's a gift. It's not something that everyone's given. And so we need to be more grateful of it. And this is one of those methods or ways of thinking that can really unlock that. Because I've found that even if I try to be more grateful, I deliberately sit there being like, I'm grateful for this, and this, all the things around me. Sometimes you get stuck. You get caught up with your own life. All of the problems, like staying stuck in your head. And it's not always easy to get into that grateful state, to feel the emotion of actually being grateful. It's not always easy. It's not always as effortless as I think it should be. But this is a method that really just instantly, it unlocked that. It made me feel grateful. And that's what I think we need to do more often. So if you struggle to feel grateful for the things around you, for the fact that you're alive, just imagine if you weren't. Imagine if you didn't have the senses you have, the things around you, the people around you especially. Imagine if you didn't have that. Feel those emotions, even if they're negative, for just a little while. Don't get caught up in them, don't get stuck in them, but just feel how it would feel if you didn't have that, and then become grateful for it. Then say thank you for allowing me to have this. Thank you for giving me another opportunity today. Thank you for the people around me. Thank you for the amazing weather outside. Because it could be so much worse, right? Just shifting your perspective from the daily, the things we always see. We get so used to them. But once you imagine how it could be if you didn't have it, if it wasn't like this, that's when you start to appreciate what it is that you do have. That's when you appreciate just how good life is, just how good it can be. So just try to realize how grateful you should be. And you'll unlock so much in your life. Because I think gratitude is the secret to almost anything in life. If you can be grateful for what you have, then you're ready for more. But if you're not grateful and you take things for granted, why should you have more? Why should you ever see more of life if you're not grateful for what you already have? So just imagine for a second that you did not have even a small thing that you rely on. Your phone, for an example. Imagine if you didn't have your phone. How would that feel? How would it feel if you couldn't reach out to your friends, if you couldn't get access to the information that you have at your fingertips every single day? Just how grateful would you be if you then got that back? That's the feeling that I want you to have, is just that amazement, that wonder of just, wow, my life could be so different if I did not have this thing. And I am so grateful that I have it. Just like I'm grateful that you're watching this video. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.